everyone, and welcome back to Star Trek. Now, what exactly has been going on with Rocket Lab? I mean, if you've been keeping track of the stock, as I have, you have seen it literally, well, it's doing the opposite. It's not going to the moon, it's like a reverse moon. So we are going to go into that and what I think is going on with the stock, as well as touch base about the warrant redemption and a couple other goodies that Rocket Lab has going for the new year. So let's go. So for those of you wondering what is going on with the Rocket Lab warrant redemption, well, you basically have to turn in your warrants in by January 21st. Otherwise, you face the penalty of only getting about 10 cents per warrant, which is basically, chump change. So go ahead, people. Go ahead, redeem those warrants that you have, get that money coming in, and let's get this dilution over with. Because here's the thing, that when people are, redeeming warrants and the shares are getting released, yes, it is going to put a little bit of downward pressure on the stock, as it is increasing the amount of shares that are being put into the pool, basically. So yes, I do imagine the stock will take a slight dip. It kind of already has. But come on, people, don't send the stock market police after you. Go ahead and redeem those warrants if you haven't already. Find the opportune time between now and that redemption date of January 21st. So let's talk about Wallops Island, Virginia. Now this is huge, and I knew that they were going to probably start flying from Virginia here in 2022 when I did the time machine video. That was really fun. I'll have to post a link to that video in the description box if you haven't already seen it. It's a lot of fun. It takes you on a trip through the future and all the accomplishments of Rocket Lab. So now that we have hit 2022, I am anticipating the helicopter coming down and catching the rocket, taking it back to base for the electron recovery. I'm looking forward to the lunar capstone mission that they are currently working on, and it's in the works. And I'm also looking forward to multiple launch cadence this year. I mean, lots and lots of launches. With Wallops Island opening up, you're going to be talking, there's going to be going launches from Wallops and from New Zealand and Wallops and New Zealand. I mean, it's just going to be awesome. So a lot is going to be happening in 2022. So let's go a little bit deeper into why I think Wallops Island is so important and what exactly has been the holdup here. Why haven't we been flying, yet? So what's going on? So I'm going to go into that. And as you can see right here, what makes this facility truly a gem on the Virginia coast is the fact that it can launch up to 12 Electron rockets per year on top of the already 120 rockets that can be launched from Complex 1 in New Zealand. So this is going to be an awesome addition to the Rocket Lab launching facilities. Now, for those of you wondering, why haven't we yet flown from Wallops Island? I mean, after all, construction on the site began in February of 2019, and it was basically completed and ready to go to support missions just 10 months later. So what exactly has been the holdup? Why hasn't Rocket Lab been flying from the United States, from Wallops Island, Virginia? And when do we expect them to start? A large part of the holdup has somewhat to do with NASA and NAV2. So basically, this particular software called NAV2 is a critical milestone toward the final certification, which will be on track for February 2022. So I believe that they'll achieve that certification, according to this article, in February of 2022. And that is important because this is a major milestone that enables Rocket Lab and other U.S. launch companies to integrate the software now with their launch vehicles hardware and run performance simulations. So, this is a key achievement toward enabling Rocket Lab launches from Wallops in parallel with the NASA team's final safety certification steps, which are currently underway. Rocket Lab's use of the NASA software will enable a high degree of confidence moving forward toward launch. So this whole thing, basically, they've been waiting on this certification to do these launches from Wallops Island. So it says, with the dry runs completed, we have a greater than 99% confidence that the official run for record witness testing of the software and produces in January will be successful. This in turn will lead to flight safety certification of the software by the end of February. So let's not jump, here. I would say let's just call it March because they're saying end of February, but I like to overshoot. So let's just say let's expect things to be really heating up in Wallops Island around March. So some of you may have seen the new discovery that Rocket Lab has found. Yes, Rocket Lab has apparently discovered what looks like a black hole. The stock has been going down a bottomless pit for the past several trading sessions, and so some of you may feel a little bit discouraged. Maybe you bought in at a higher price. But look at it this way, okay? You're seeing the stock chart up close, like really close, especially if you're looking at it at a day to day. So you're just going to see like a straight line down if you pretty much look at it, on a couple week basis. But you need to have some foresight, okay? So zoom out of this chart, this day chart that you're stuck in and that you're focusing on and you're freaking out about, and look at the long term, okay? Imagine a 5-year chart, okay? Now imagine a 10-year chart. Do you really think this stock, this innovative rocket company, is going to stay at these prices in 5 years or 10 years? I mean, we really don't know what happens in the market, but personally for me, I think it's going to be multiples of where it's at now. So, looking back, if you're a long-term holder like me, this is just a little bump in the road. Keep an eye on why you invested in this stock whenever you feel yourself wavering. Although I think the majority of you know what this company is about, and also, the CEO Peter Beck, how he is such a great innovative CEO, and he is doing amazing things with this company and performing all sorts of acquisitions to build it out and further make Rocket Lab all vertically integrated. So as far as the stock price goes currently, it's a little bit of a bummer to start the new year with a little bit of a down, but I don't think it's going to stay down forever, so rest assured it will go up. In fact, it's going to the moon. Yeah, it is going to the moon literally very, very soon this year. So I am super excited about the lunar mission, and let's do a quick recap over what's going to happen there. Rocket Lab will be launching its lunar capstone mission from the beautiful Mahia, New Zealand Launch Complex 1. Electron will be taking up a payload to release the photon to go to the moon, and basically the payload is going to be carrying a CubeSat, so a tiny satellite that's going to study in orbit around the moon that the future space station called Gateway, which is currently being developed by NASA and other space agencies, will hopefully reside within sometime around the next decade. Now, Capstone is also going to be testing a new navigation technology that's designed to calculate a spacecraft's position relative to the other spacecrafts. So basically, traditionally satellites use onboard cameras to determine their whereabouts relative to star formations or the apparent position of the sun, but instead, Capstone will try to get its position in space by communicating with NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, an imaging satellite that was launched in 2009. Now, once Electron reaches low Earth orbit, this Photon lunar spacecraft is going to basically take Capstone and put it into the lunar orbit. So as a reliable spacecraft bus, it is basically the core of Rocket Lab's successful missions. It's the lifeline of payloads, and it gives power and propulsion and communications and much more. So Photon will basically orbit the Earth in elliptical orbits over 9 days to slingshot itself for a lunar transfer to deploy the Capstone into an orbit around the moon. How cool is that? And I do apologize for missing last Space Day Saturday. Unfortunately, Stock Trek Girl was a bit under the weather and sick, so I was unable to do a recording as I was, kind of like held up in bed. But however, I am going to try to plan my sick days in advance, even that's impossible, but I will do some pre-recorded videos to put out on days that I am sick, just so that you all don't have to suffer along with me and miss out on more space goodness.
And by the way, Happy New Year, everybody! Happy 2022! And I have a new announcement to make for the start of this new year. Space Day Saturday will now be officially Space Day Sunday. So Space Day Saturday is moving for 2022, heading into the new year, over on to Sunday. So be sure to check out every Sunday for more Space Day Sunday goodness.
So, I want to know what you all think about Rocket Lab. I know a lot of you watching this video are probably share owners. So I want to know what you think about what is going on with the Rocket Lab stock as of late. So go ahead, leave a comment below, have some fun discussion with other Rocket Lab fans in the comments section, and let's get a little community going here. So be sure to check out my Twitter. It's Stock Trek Girl on Twitter, and follow me, and that way we can go ahead and discuss more about Rocket Lab and other space stocks. And you can also catch out other fans of Space Day Saturday on the Stock Trek Girl Twitter page. So I'll be sure to leave a link to my Twitter in the description below. And until next time, live long and prosper.